Hello students, we are going to do a third chapter of EVS, that is water. In this chapter we will read about water, why we need water, what are the sources of water, how it get polluted and how it can be prevented from the pollution. So let's start. Water is a precious gift of nature. It is present in different forms like solid, liquid or gases. uh, Precious means valuable, so water is a valuable gift which we get from the nature. Okay, so it is present in different forms like or that is solid, liquid or gases. All living things need water for different purposes. For our activities, all the living things need the water. Human beings need water for drinking, bathing, cooking, cleaning, washing, etc. We human beings need water for drinking, okay, bathing also, cleaning, washing, etc. Animals need water for drinking and bathing. Why do animals need water? They need water for drinking and bathing. Next is plants need water to grow and prepare food. Plants also need water. Why they need water? To grow and to make their food. Next is without water plants would die. If we don't give water to the plants, they can die also. You have seen if that we not give the water to the plants have become non green in color and they at last they die. Okay, so water is needed by the plants to be alive. Next is there are some plants and animals which can only live in water. Such animals are called aquatic animals. For example, fish, octopus, etc. They cannot live without water even for a minute. Crocodile, tortoise, frog also live in water, but they can live on land also. Now see, some animals and plants are there that can only live in water. They can't live without water for even for few minutes. So that animals are called aquatic animals, and water is very essential for them to be alive. Some animals are also there like crocodile, frog or tortoise which live in water, but they can also live on land. But some animals like fish, octopus, they can't live on land even for a second. Next we are going to read about sources of water, means from where we get the water. There are various sources of water such as rain, rivers, lakes, ponds, wells, tube wells, hand pumps, etc. Means different types of sources are there from where we get the water, that is rain, river, lakes, ponds, etc. First is rainwater. Rainwater is a natural source of water. Means rainwater, we get water from the source, nature. Okay, it is the purest form of water. Means in this water no any impurity is there. It becomes dirty when it reaches the earth because dust and germs get mixed with it. Rainwater is not available all the time, so we cannot depend upon it completely. See, firstly it is in the purest form, but when it comes on earth, the dirt get mixed with it, okay, or germs get mixed with it and it becomes dirty. And rain, we see, we know that every day there is not rain, so we can't depend on rain for every day and for in every place. Okay, so next is river. River is a great or large source of water. The river is a large source of water. When rain water freezes on mountains and melts by the heat of sun rays, it starts flowing in the form of river. Now see what happens in mountains when rain comes. The temperature is there low there, so that rainwater get freeze there. And when a day or 2 days after sun rays come on it, the water gets melt and come downside on the ground in the form of river. Okay, rivers then come to plains and people use this water for many different purposes. Rivers then come to the plains means land where people mainly live. Okay, and then that people use water for many different purposes. Okay, nowadays river water is also getting polluted by human activities and making it unfit for drinking. Nowadays, see, so many people are throwing garbage or waste things in the rivers, and the river water is also becoming dirty or polluted, and it is becoming unfit, means not fit for drinking. Next is pond. Pond is also a good source of water. Okay, pond is also a good source, means we can get water from pond and can be used for irrigation. Irrigation means watering the plants. Next is rainwater collected in a small depression of ground. Basically, what is pond? A depression. Depression means a type of a hole is dug into the ground and rainwater is collected in that hole. It is called a pond. This water is not safe for drinking because this water has dust, smoke, and germs from the earth, so this is not good for drinking. It can be used for irrigation. Okay, next is well is another good source of water. Rainwater that falls on the ground is absorbed by the soil. See, when rainwater comes down on the ground, it is absorbed means soaked by the soil. Okay, it starts percolating down and collects below the soil, means it starts going downside and is start collecting and downside the soil. This is called underground water, and eventually it becomes underground water. While percolating down means when the water is going down, it gets filtered through various layers of sands, gravels, etc. When the water is going downside from soil to the lower layers, it is filtered by so many layers of sand and gravels. Okay, gravels means small molecules of stone and sand. Okay, here it remains stored in pure form. So when water gets filtered and is collected below the soils, that water becomes pure. Okay, at some places people dig holes in the ground to get groundwater. So when people want water in the pure form, they dug holes so that they can get the groundwater. Such holes are called wells. This water can be used for drinking, bathing, and for other purposes. Means this water is pure, so we can drink it, take bath with it, and also it can be used for other purposes. This water can remain fit for drinking only when it is covered while not in use. Means we can drink this water only when it is covered. Okay, when not in used. Next is hand pumps. Hand pumps are also used to get groundwater. Now, firstly, well is used for well is used for getting the underground water, but hand pumps are also used to get groundwater. A very narrow, deep hole is made in the ground to fix the hand pump. See, well is very broad, but the hole which is made to get the water from the hand pump, that hole is very narrow. Okay, this water is also pure and fit for drinking. This water is also pure because it is taken from the underground, and this is also fit for the drinking. Next is tube well is also a good source of underground pure water. Next source is tube well, and it is also good source to get underground water. It is made by making a hole in the ground that is bigger than the hole of a hand pump. In this also a hole is made in the ground which is bigger than the hole of the hand pump. Next, a machine that is fixed to it fetches underground water quickly to the ground. Now see what happened after digging the hole in the ground. A machine is fixed to it. Okay, when the machine is fixed, that machine helps to fetches means to get or to catch. Okay, to get that underground water quickly from to the ground. Tube wells are generally used by farmers to irrigate their fields. Generally, tube wells are used by the farmers to irrigate again means to water the plants. To the means when field to crops are there in their field, to irrigate that crops, that tube well is used. Tube wells are also used in the cities to supply drinking water. In cities, at one place tube well is dug out, and from there drinking water is supplied to the houses. Okay, next is ocean. Ocean is the biggest water body. It means the biggest water body on earth is ocean. A large amount of water remains stored in it. Very large amount of water is stored in the ocean. Okay, it is unfit for drinking because it is salty, but we cannot drink the water of the ocean because it is salty. It has the salt. It is helpful in water cycle. This water is helpful in water cycling. Okay, it is used for transportation and navigation. This water is also used for transportation and navigation, means when we have to go from one place to another, or we have to send goods from one place to another, water transport can be used. It is living place of most of the aquatic animals, and many aquatic animals live in this place. Now we will read about water cycle. Water evaporates from ocean, river, lakes, ponds, and from land. Evaporates means to change in the form of gas. Okay, now the water from ocean, rivers, lakes, ponds, and from land also, that get evaporates. Okay, water vapors being lighter rises up in the sky. When with the help of sunlight the water get heats up, it changes into the gaseous form or water vapors, and water vapors are lighter, so they start rising above in the sky. As the vapors cool, it changes into tiny droplets of water. See, from here the water get rises upper side. Okay, due to evaporation, and when it go upper side, okay, upper side temperature is low, so they all water vapors cools down and they form tiny droplets of water, and then when that tiny droplets of water join together they form a cloud. But they form a cloud. Okay, next is when the cloud becomes heavy, they drop the water down on the earth in the form of rain. See, when the cloud from here more water is coming to it, more water, when it becomes heavier, then it start throwing the water or dropping the water down on the earth in the form of rain. In hilly areas it gets freezed and converted into snow. When the rain comes on hilly areas, it changes into snow. Okay, next is on ground rainwater flows into rivers, oceans, lakes, ponds, etc. At last means from going from one place to another, at last rainwater again goes into rivers, oceans, lakes, ponds, etc. Some water also goes underground. We have firstly read about this, that some water also goes underground. Again on heating, water changes into water vapors. This process continues and is known as water cycle. See, firstly water goes upper side, there it cools down. Okay, then it becomes a cloud, then clouds become heavier, again it gives down the water in the form of rain. Again that rainwater goes into water bodies like rivers, lakes, etc. Okay, from there again it starts heating up and going upper side, means this is a whole cycle, and this cycle is called water cycle. Next is rainwater harvesting. It is the best method for the conservation of the water. It is the best method to save the water. Conservation means to save the water. In this method, rainwater is collected on the rooftops of the house and then allowed to flow underground through a deep hole. See, now here what happens on the rooftop, proper there one mechanism is made where the rainwater is collected, and from the pipes it goes directly to the underground. This increases the level of underground water and hence water is not wasted. Like this way down underground water's level increases and also the water is saved. So that's it in the chapter.